And Russia has launched its largest drone attack on Ukraine since the start of the war.
Now, the most extensive drone assault comes ahead of planned talks between U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. And this comes in the back's stalemate in Russia-Ukraine peace talks.
The Ukrainian authorities say that Russia launched over 273 drones targeting several regions, including Kiev, Dnipropetrovsk and Donetsk. Ukraine claims at least one woman killed and 3 others injured in the explosions that rocked residential areas. Kiev and surrounding areas prolonged air raid alerts lasting up to 9 hours. Ukrainian air defenses intercepted 88 incoming drones, while 128 others veered off course without causing damage.
There were many explosions, a lot of them. It has been the 4th year of war. We thought God will spare us, but thanks we are at least alive.
Reacting to the attack, Ukrainian Deputy Prime Minister said Russia launched a record number of drones with a clear goal of killing civilians. The attack comes just 2 days after Russia-Ukraine peace talks ended without any breakthrough on a ceasefire agreement. Speaking in a television interview on Sunday, President Vladimir Putin asserted that Russia will take its necessary resources to bring the conflict to what he called a logical conclusion.
We have enough strength and resources to bring what was started in 2022 to its logical conclusion with the result needed by Russia. This result is the elimination of the causes that led to this crisis, the creation of conditions for long-term sustainable peace, and ensuring the security of the Russian state, ensuring the interests of our people in those territories.
US President Donald Trump says he plans to call the Russian president on Monday, following which he is slated to speak with Ukrainian President Zelensky. In a Truth Social post, Trump said talks are necessary in order to stop the bloodbath in Ukraine.
U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky met in Rome for the first time since their heated Oval Office clash in February. The leaders discussed the situation on the front, preparations for the Trump-Putin conversation on Monday, and the possibility of sanctions against Russia if there is no ceasefire. Earlier, the two leaders shared a brief handshake during Pope Leo's inaugural Mass at the Vatican, then held a private meeting.
German Chancellor Friedrich Merz has announced that he and other EU leaders aim to speak with Trump ahead of the scheduled phone call with Putin. Merz said he discussed the issue with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio at the inaugural Mass of Pope Leo XIV in the Vatican.
I had the opportunity to speak with President Zelensky for some time during the way into St. Peter's Basilica. I spoke with Marco Rubio also about the phone call tomorrow, and we have now agreed that we will speak again with the 4 heads of state and government and the U.S. President in preparation for this talk.
Meanwhile, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni hosted a trilateral meeting in Rome with U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. Now, during the talks, Ursula von der Leyen said that the coming week would be crucial for Ukraine's future.
I would like also to raise the topic of Ukraine. What unites us is that we want a just and lasting peace.
Sure.
And I know how much you are engaged in ending this war, and I thank you for that. So what is important now is certainly that we push that things are moving forward, and I think the next week will be crucial on that.